Hey everyone! It's been a while since my last video, but I think I have a good excuse. I recorded that intro around 6 months ago, and that may be an indicator of how things have been going. So before I get into the meat and eggs of this episode, let me give you a quick update. First of all, on the topic of my health, MS has been really kicking my ass to a devastating degree, and I've been going through some pretty intense rehabilitation, and after all this time, I think now I can finally say I'm on the way back up, albeit slowly and gradually, and well, let's just say success is never a straight line up. The MS has affected multiple aspects of my life, in particular things like my communication, multitasking, and my energy and fatigue levels, which you may have picked up on in the last video I recorded, geez, how long ago? But the finer details and all that can wait until they're relevant to the content. As for how my son is doing, well, he's doing great. He's now around 10 months old. He's very big, very strong, and I'm very, very proud of him. He gets the best of me. And at the end of the day, all my energy goes into him, and my partner, and my household, and frankly, there's just been nothing left for my channel. Which brings me on to the topic of this video. What was I doing again? Oh yeah. Fitness training with multiple sclerosis, and similar fatigue-inducing neurological conditions, such as chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, there's a long list of them. Now, the approach can differ depending on whether you are not so experienced with fitness training and you need to do so in order to rehabilitate and improve your quality of life, or you are experienced in fitness training and you need to find a new approach or a new training regime that works well with your condition. Now, because I'm struggling with my energy and fatigue levels, even recording this video is a challenge for me. I'm going to focus on those new to fitness in this video, and for those more experienced, I will address you in the next video, which should be coming soon. Ish. Hopefully. We will see. Okay, so you're new to fitness and you got some damage up here. Okay. Fast forward a few days. Where was I? Okay, here we go. So, fitness training with MS. Now, I know what you might be thinking. It's probably a bit like running a marathon with a bundle of sticks wrapped around your legs. Well, it sort of kind of is, but stick with me, because there's a lot more to it than being a major pain in the ass.
Why are you gay?
Okay, before I get into the nitty-gritty, let me clear something up. Having MS or similar conditions doesn't mean you're permanently sidelined from athleticism. Sure, it comes with its fun surprises, like the zombifying fatigue, the muscle spasticity, balance issues, Richard Pryor, but giving up isn't an option. Trust me, succumbing to the misery of it all is a one-way ticket to a body with the look and feel of a soggy Sayo. So when it comes to training with MS, you gotta really focus on your limits, first and foremost. And before you roll your eyes, no, I'm not gonna give you some cheesy no pain, no gain speech. That's for people who never spent a whole week in bed because they pushed themselves too far and can no longer see through their left eye anymore. Now, here's the thing about MS and similar conditions. You have a whole extra layer or dimension of limits. And it's not so much about breaking those limits as it is about gently nudging them with a stick.
but he poked him with a stick.
The key is balance. And I'm not talking about the kind of balance that stops you from falling out of the window on the way to the toilet in the middle of the night. Although that is important too. What I mean is knowing when to go hard and knowing when to sit your ass down and let it rest. Because if you push yourself too far, you'll be paying for it, with a flare-up that'll make you feel like your inner strength just got really drunk and fell down the stairs. But if you don't push yourself at all, well, let me be nice and say that you'll get really good at using a joystick for more than just your leisure time. So, how do you find that sweet spot? Well, it's very simple. I mean, it's really complicated. I mean, it differs between each individual. So, experiment. Start slow and work your way up from there. In fact, I want to put emphasis on slow and controlled movements. Whether it's lifting the dumbbell, sliding through a yoga pose, going for an awkward walk, whatever you can muster. Monitor your energy levels before, during, and after. And if you're still standing afterwards, and you're still standing the next day, and you don't feel like you've been hit by a truck full of molasses, then congratulations. You found the edge of your comfort zone. And you can gradually nudge that further and further and further into your favor. You know, like the Chinese border. And here's the pro tip. Recovery. Recovery is just as important as the workout. I mean, you wouldn't race your car in a demolition derby and then skip the trip to the mechanic, right? So, get your protein in, get sleep, maybe do foam rolling, maybe do Tai Chi, meditation, sun ray your asshole, whatever floats your boat. Now before the keyboard warriors get their knickers in a twist, let me clarify. MS and similar conditions are very different between each individual. What works for one is the kryptonite for another. Some days you'll feel really good, you'll feel like a Viking again, but on other days you'll feel like a half-eaten toffee apple full of nails on Halloween.
I feel so sick.
Your limits are going to be annoyingly dynamic, so take each day as it comes. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. So to sum it all up, fitness training with MS is about finding that Goldilocks zone. Not too easy, not too hard. Push your limits, but respect them. And recover. Above all else though, remember why you are training. It's not just to feel good or look good. It's not just to be an off-brand Ragnar Lothbrok. It's so that whenever MS tries to take a bite out of you, there's always too much of you to swallow. If you really enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, go into the comments section and haphazardly mash your hands on the keyboard. Or share your experiences training with MS or a similar condition. Perhaps buy a t-shirt, link in the description. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.